Jon Robert Howe is our Grandpa in Training. He doesn't have any grandkids of his own, but he has some little neighbors that he's kind of adopted. Here's the first of his reports from just around the corner. This is a story about a scrappy little friend of mine named Joe, one of 7 soon-to-be 8 little Dutch kids just through the block. Among many toys for teaching delayed gratification is 2 sets of boxing gloves and 2 bright red protective headgears. Joseph warmed quickly to the idea of beating his cousins one by one in the squared circle, and he shouted to be first into the ring. My rules as the adult in a potentially harmful situation is that a kid can keep slugging away as champion until the round is done after 2 minutes, or they move outside the little traffic cones on the lawn. Mom Ellen's big dinner bell signals the rounds, and off we went the Saturday before Mother's Day in Joe's backyard. Joe's first opponent was Tanner, a scrappy little neighbor from across the street, who held his own against the number 3, and the slugfest went a couple of rounds. Joe had developed a little impromptu style that served him well. He just stood there and kept hitting the neighbor in the face mask. From the porch came Mother Ellen. "Don't hit him in the face!" his mother shouted at her mean little kid, still standing, still smacking his scrappy little friend. Smack after a fun little powerful 5-year-old smack. But, it's hard to explain to a mom, even a patient violinist with now 7 children and pregnant with number 8, that actually those boxing gloves and the face mask keep the blood well inside the nose of one's opponent. But the fight seemed to go on and on. After 5 rounds, both kids were breathing pretty hard, so we took a break, and I changed Joe's fight buddy. His older brother James, who outweighs his little brother number 3 by 20 pounds and has much longer arms, was next in the ring. All bullies crumple when opposed by superior force, and it wasn't even close. The otherwise mild-mannered James just stuck out his arm against Joe's headgear and kept the frantically swinging Joseph at arm's length. So Joe shouted to me, "Hey, Brother Howe, make him fight! It's not fair!" Fairness, always favors the young complainer's point of view. And after a few minutes of being outmaneuvered by a chuckling older brother, Joe threw off the gloves and stalked off to his room in the basement as we went merrily on, a new champion, a new challenger, rickshaw races, lots more games with squirt guns and frisbees, and finally a sheepish Joe returned to the fun. Kids like Joe count on the attention that sulking and fighting attract. And the good news is it doesn't take Joe long to jump back in. It's all part of growing up in a big family. From just around the corner, this is Grandpa in Training, Jon Robert Howe.